Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Dante Jones here with 772 Mobile Detail, and today I am out of uniform because we are going on a quick supply run in preparation for the work week. But for now, I just want to talk about a couple things regarding preparation and how I make my clients feel a little bit extra special after each and every detail. Now let's hop on the computer and print out some price sheets that I made on canva.com. From there, we will laminate them and get them prepared to be handed out to prospects as I'm working day to day. Now, what I mean by that is typically when I'm working on a detail in a neighborhood, especially, someone that's walking their dog or driving by may stop and inquire about my services and my prices. As a first impression, I don't like to have conversations about dollar signs or detailing services specifically. I'd rather see the client, analyze the client. Are you a client that I want to work for? Are you the type of person that I want to work for? I also do not like getting distracted. I prefer to have a short 2 to 3 minute conversation about life or the prospect in general, what they're going through, just to build some rapport and trust. And even if my prices exceed their budget, they can reflect later on at a later date at the price sheet that I gave them and possibly return after either one, they took some time to reflect and think about it, or two, they went to another detailer. Maybe they didn't do as good of a job. Maybe they're a little bit cheaper and they want to give me a shot because they like me that much. Above, you see my thank you letter with my thank you towel and my cleaner. These will be given to my client I have coming right up in this video who owns a 2018 Nissan Rogue. So currently we're on the road headed to Harbor Freight, and I typically use Harbor Freight for most of my equipment, such as pressure washers, blowers, drills, even pump sprayers, buckets. I've broken my pressure washer one time. I brought back the receipt, had a 1-year protection plan. They don't ask questions. They don't make you run through a bunch of paperwork. You just swap your broken machine for the new one, and boom, you're ready and rocking once again. So that's why I'm a huge fan of Harbor Freight. Me personally, I've always had really good experiences with them as opposed to other hardware and tool stores. But I'm gonna show you guys real quick what we're looking at when we get there, and hopefully we can find a couple things that will help us out this week. Not an overwhelming haul today, more so a resupply for some products I've been lacking on, such as this ceramic spray, which I'll be applying to the Nissan Rogue. We also got some brand new towels. I always like to have brand new towels on me wherever I go in case I'm dealing with delicate paint. We also got an assortment of cotton swabs. We got big, small, tiny, large, whatever size you need, we got some in here. We got some tire shine. We got some gloves. I know y'all been seeing me cleaning all these wheels and tires with no gloves on. I'm stopping now. I gotta get rid of that habit because my hands are getting absolutely destroyed. So definitely wear some gloves when you're cleaning some wheels and tires. But that's pretty much it outside of these small towels, these interior towels I like. But overall, I'm very happy with what we got today. We're pretty much in good shape for tomorrow. Now we just gotta get the job done, and I will see you guys there. Now let's jump right into this Nissan Rogue full detail. I call my full details white towel details, as that is the middle tier package that I have to offer. The lower tier is the express detail, which is a blue towel service, and my top service is a gold towel, which includes steam cleaning, engine bay, and a paint enhancement polish. Now as I get started on the carpets here, I noticed right away that the pet hair is really loose and the dirt and sand that is in these carpet fibers is coming up super easily, and that indicates that these carpets at some point received a protectant such as Scotchgard or something else that really makes my life a lot easier. So what we're going to do is a quick once over with our cleaner, and we're going to wipe down these mats a couple times to pick up the dirt that we can without having to use my extractor. We're still able to get really good results, if not perfect results, because of the protection left on these mats. The seats are pretty much the same approach as the carpets. I like to use a scrub pad soaked in cleaner, and then I use the scrub pad to buff in the cleaner, loosen up the dirt and grime. I then soak a microfiber towel. I use it to mop up the cleaner plus the dirt that was left behind. I will rinse and repeat this same process 2 to 3 times depending on how dirty these seats are. I then grab for my shop vac as opposed to my extractor. With this process, there's no need to introduce more water. I like to just pull it up, and my vacuum's already handy and convenient. I'm allowed to suck up water using the vacuum and it won't damage anything. So it's a 2-in-1 situation where you don't need to grab your extractor, just get the job done quickly and move on. I then mist the seats down with peroxide and a wipe down to dry up any remaining liquid. We have to dry this seat as much as we can to ensure that the client doesn't return to a wet interior. That's never a good scenario. With the fabrics pretty much done, we're going to get into the hard plastics. I like to start off with the dashboard, and the cleaner I'm using today is the Express Interior Cleaner by P&S. Once again, I love P&S as a brand, and I tend to rely on them for a lot of the professional chemicals that I need in my business day to day. We're now going to use this soft brush to agitate the cleaner in the air vents, the cup holders, and surrounding areas. We're then going to hit the shift knob with our scrub pad and finish up by cleaning the infotainment screen and surrounding areas as well, leaving a nice pristine finish. Next, we're also going to get into the windshield. I have a very specific process I use to make a windshield immaculate. For a while, I was really frustrated in my business with not knowing how to perfect glass. But the one thing I learned over time is that preparation is key. And knowing that, I soak a magic eraser in alcohol. I will take it to the windshield to cut through all the oils and grime that's stuck on the windshield itself. So when I take my glass cleaner to the windshield, there's no smearing or any concerns about anything being left behind that the client will see while they're driving. After a thorough vacuum, we're going to hit the pedals here before we move on to the finishing touches, which I take very, very seriously in my business. I believe that my presentation sets me apart, at least in my area. Going these extra miles for all my clientele leaves me a very good reputation and leaves me a very professional and clean finish, as you can see. Now we're going to start with the exterior and begin with the wheels. The wheels are what constantly touches the road. The wheels are what gets the most dirty, so it makes sense that we clean the wheels first. We're going to soak the wheel down in some cleaner. We're going to agitate the tires, and then we'll pressure wash all that dirt and grime off. Now, this car was pretty dirty, so we did a nice pre-soak foam. We rinsed the foam off, and then now this is my second application of the foam before we do an agitation wash. I like to be very gentle with the paint. I use a 2-bucket wash method, as I would say most people do, not everyone. I'm not going to knock any other process. I believe that if you find something in your business that you like to do and you don't damage anything, there's no harm in a different approach. There's no law to detailing. There's no rules to detailing. There's just what works for you and your business. After washing the vehicle, we're going to do an iron decontamination in efforts to unclog the pores of the clear coat. So what I mean by that is, over time, if you let your vehicle go, you don't maintain it, the elements outside, the brake dust, oxidation, things of that nature will begin to embed itself in the clear coat. And if you don't take the steps to decontaminate the paint, the wax will not last nearly as long as it should or you expect it to. Now looking at the finish, the paint looks absolutely gorgeous, and not only does it look glossy and clear, it also is very, very smooth and slick to the touch. This type of result is exactly what you want if you want to continue building your business to that next level. But don't take it from me, take it from my client herself.
Oh my gosh, that is wow, really, look at it.
Thank you.
It smells good.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh my god. Wow.
Heck yeah.
What would you suggest to maintain it?
So coming out of that detail, she took a quick look around the vehicle. She was very impressed with the job that I did. She also took a look at the maintenance form that I made covering all my maintenance prices. And she actually enrolled in my quarterly maintenance program. Now we're gonna take a break, eat some lunch, drink some water, rehydrate, get my energy right. For the next detail, we're doing a Mini Cooper Express detail. Now, prior to this detail, this client made it very clear that her main concern was the exterior paint protection. So I went ahead and upgraded her from my normal 1-month Carnauba wax to a 6-month ceramic spray wax. Now this spray will likely last the full 6 months because this is a garage kept vehicle that is low mileage. However, if that wasn't the case, I always make it clear to my clients, hey, although you're paying for this, understand that if the vehicle is not maintained and is kept outdoors constantly and it gets dirty a lot, it's not likely to last a full 6 months. It might shortchange you to about 3. If I was a salesman, this would not be the best approach, but I'm not a salesman. I'm a detailer who actually cares about the clientele that I work with. I take care of them because they take care of me, and I want them to be informed and educated on what they're receiving from me to make sure that there's no miscommunication and they know exactly what to expect out of the services that they're paying me for. I'll tell you guys right now that not only did I acquire the Nissan Rogue client as a quarterly maintenance client, but I also acquired this Mini Cooper as well. So both these clients are in my network. Both of these vehicles will be seen by me in 3 months, and they'll both be able to be cleaned at a much quicker pace, knowing that I left behind protected on the fabrics, the paint, and the glass. So I'll be able to breeze through this detail, even if it's moderately dirty, and I'll be able to move on about my day and move on about my business. At this point, I'm gonna leave you guys to enjoy the rest of this express detail, and I'll be back in a couple minutes to wrap this up. But before I do, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is a slowly growing community, and every subscriber that we can possibly get will help me a lot. I have great passion for business. I have great passion for showing others how I got to where I am. Even though I'm not at my final destination, as I make mistakes and as I learn, you guys will learn as well. And I want to document everything that happens throughout this business going forward. So please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes while we wrap this up. All in all, it was a very honest day of work. I'm very proud of my business and where it is right now. We got to continue to improve, continue to innovate, continue to make my business different from others. And at this point, if you're still watching, please like and subscribe to the channel. Stay blessed, hustle harder than next. I'll catch you guys next time. Dante out.